Hi everyone. I hope everyone are safe. So these days I'm hearing a lot about the Terraform requirement from the companies. So whoever are trying with the DevOps profile or Azure profile, the companies are looking for candidates where Terraform is a requirement. So we do provide trainings on that, and I see the reason I started out this demo is there are not many articles or videos which is supporting how do we do build a Terraform script with related to Azure. So here I'm trying to deploy a virtual machine in Azure using Terraform. So let's go and deep dive in it. To start off, you need to first ensure that you're having Terraform installed in your machine, and it is pretty easy. It is just a file, .exe file, which you need to store it in C drive and ensure that that path has been saved in the environment variables. And once that is good to go, you would be able to access Terraform command from anywhere. Now, getting back to how do we deploy a virtual machine. Now I'll just do it from scratch. I'm not gonna show you some script, but in fact I'll try building a script. But even here I'm gonna copy from Terraform documentation. So to create a virtual machine, we would need Azure RM provider through which it is gonna Terraform can interact and create resources. So it needs an Azure RM provider. So let's go to Terraform documentation and look for Azure RM block. So when you actually search for it, now it will be taking you to Azure RM. So here I'm going into the registry. Now here we have it. Now you find here a Terraform provider, and that is Azure RM provider. Sorry. Now we'll copy this one and I'll save this in. I'll create a file here and I'll name it as main.tf. I'll paste it here. So we need what kind of provider? We need Azure RM provider, and that provider source, where it can be found? It can be found on HashiCorp Azure under the Azure RM. So that is a provider, and the version is 2.46. When it is equal to, that means that it needs only 2.46. And here it has been mentioned uh, provider, and I'm just going to mention subscription ID here. So how can I know what should I provide here? If you go back to the documentation and again start looking for Azure RM provider Terraform, and here in arguments you would be able to see you can provide subscription ID. I'm gonna copy this. This is an optional one, but anyways, I'm gonna provide it here, and I'll be mentioning the subscription where I'm gonna create the resources. The subscription I can find it in if you go to Azure portal, under here you would be able to find the subscription ID. I'll copy this, I'll paste it here, and this is the subscription ID where I'm gonna create the resources. So once this is good to go, let me go and test it whether it is working or not. So copy the path. I'll go where the Terraform files are. So the Terraform files are in this location. Now if I can perform Terraform in it. See, it's successfully it been initialized. Now to create any resources, we have to first ensure that you're logged in and signed in into the Azure account. Let me just cross check whether I'm in that account. The subscription ID which I'm been part of is 8411, but this one is 308. So I have to shift to this one. So let me copy this again, and AZ account set Okay, I just gave the incorrect command. It's a typo. Okay. Now you see, if I do a right now Terraform AZ account show, I'll be able to see that I'm in this subscription. So you need to use AZ CLI for this. So this is an AZ CLI command, AZ account. So you have to, if you're connected to PowerShell, first ensure that you perform logout hyphen AZ account using that command. You log out from that, and then you perform install AZ CLI if you don't have an AZ, and then do AZ login. If you have multiple subscriptions, then ensure that you are selecting the right subscription, and once you're in the right subscription, then you can actually go and create any resources of it within Terraform. So let me go back here and let me deploy a virtual machine. To deploy a virtual machine, what should I have? First thing which I need to have in terms of creating any resources is a resource group. Let me create a resource group. Now, if you see there's a resource group. This one, then as the naming convention itself says, Azure RM resource group. So that conveys that we are trying to create a resource which is of resource group, and that resource group name is example resources in the West Europe location. So let me copy this and go inside this script. I'll paste it here, but here I'll name it as Terra demo. I'm just naming the resource with Terraform resource as of a Azure RM resource group as Terra demo, and the resource group name I'll be providing here. That is, even this one I'll name it as Terra demo RG, and I'll create it in East US region. So I'll save this, and I can even validate here whether my all the files which I are they syntactically correct or not. Uh, so if you see, I just validated it and that is good to go. Now let me create one more file which is Linux instance.tf. So I can create the another resources here itself, but to uh, to organize it accordingly, I'm just creating another file with the name linux-instance.tf. So when you're performing any Terraform apply or plan, whatever files which are there in uh, this folder, that will be considered as the Terraform configuration files, and all that Terraform plan or apply will be applied to the all the respective resources. Terraform is smart enough to find out the .tf files and accordingly organize that and start executing things. So let me go back here and start looking for. I have to deploy a virtual machine, and let me first save this, and I might actually can go and try whether the resource group is getting created or not. Let's go and perform Terraform plan and check whether it is working or not. It should show that one resource to be created with the name that too that is a resource group, and that too with the name of Terraform demo RG in East US region. Now you see in it showed in plan one to add, and that is nothing but Azure resource group with the name Terra demo RG in East US region. So that's good. So let me go and start searching for in the docs itself, Azure RM Linux VM Terraform. Now it is actually redirecting me. If I click on the first link, it's taking me to Azure RM Linux virtual machine. Now you see here the example usage. I already created, I already used the provider block Azure RM. I already used this resource Azure to create a resource group. And I have to, as per this sequence, if you see, I have to first create a virtual network, and then I have to create a subnet, and then I have to create a network interface card, and then I have to create a virtual machine. So that's how you would be able to create a virtual machine. So let's go and first copy. In such case, let me copy this virtual network, and I'll create here network.tf. This is specifically related to network resources. And similarly, I'll copy this subnet, Azure RM subnet. And now let me name this as Terra demo. Even here, I named it as Terra demo, if you see. Would that create a confusion for Terraform? Not really, because Azure, we named Terra demo for a Azure RM resource group. And if we here, we name Terra demo again for Azure RM virtual network. This naming convention is related to Terraform, but here if you see, I'm again creating a name that is related to Azure. So what name should I give to virtual network? The network is Terra Demo VNet. That's the name. And in which location I have to go and do that. I wanted it to be created in the location of a resource group. So Azure RM resource group dot Terra Demo location. So you can find here, if you see here, there's a location. So that is what it is pointing out to. This is nothing but East US. And similarly, Azure RM resource group of Terra demo name. That is nothing but, if you see, Terra demo RG. So this is creating a VNet virtual network with name so and so, with this so and so address space, and in location, and in which resource group it's going to create. That's what it has been mentioned. We mentioned it to Terraform. This is enough. There are many optional other arguments, but these are the some mandatory arguments which you need to provide. Now, similarly, for creating, we need to create a subnet in virtual network so that we can assign that NIC card into a specific subnet. So even here, I'll name this as Terra demo with respect to Terraform. And then here I'll mention server or subnet A. And the resource group is Azure RM resource group, Terra demo name. And similarly, the virtual network name is Azure virtual network, and that is nothing but the Terra demo. So let me copy this and I'll paste it. So we're taking the virtual network name, that is nothing but this is the name of it. And for this, the subnet which I'm going to assign is this one. So now the network is good to go. So I have to use the rest of the services. One is the network interface card, and then another one is resource Azure Linux virtual machine. Let me copy it, and I go into the Linux instance and I paste it here. Now I'll name even this as the Terra demo NIC. So I name this as NIC, and the location is in the same resource group location, that is Azure RM resource group dot Terra demo location, and the name of the resource group is this one. And what is the IP configuration? It is pointing out to Azure's RM subnet. Azure RM subnet is here, and that is named as Terra demo. So and it is taking the ID of that one. So when the subnet is first created, that will also create an ID internally. And now if you see, when I'm actually did a Terraform plan, you would have seen here ID, resource ID, which you will get to know after apply. So after the resource group is getting created by the Terraform, that ID will be stored, and that ID will be stored in the state file of the Terraform. So similarly, when subnet is getting created, it will also create an ID for the subnet, and that subnet ID will be passed on to the network interface card. Now I ensure that this is appropriate. Now let me jump into the Linux virtual machine. Even here I'll name it as Terra demo, and Let me name the Terra demo machine 01. Now the resource group name is here I have to change from example to Terrademo. The reason why, because it is named the resource for Terraform, it was referenced with Terrademo for a resource group. So if you are not mentioning that one, so Terraform can't understand where is this Azure RM resource group with an example what is previously mentioned. So I just changed that. I gave the location of a resource group. I asked to provide the resource group name, and then let me search for the Linux machine size because mine I don't wanted to create uh, higher size VM. So if I start looking for Azure VM Linux VM size, now I go for general purpose. Now I'll copy this one D2V2 instance. I'll name the username as trainer and the network interface card, Azure RM interface card is this one with Terra demo. It's not the example. Okay, so once this resource network interface resource is being created, you'll get the ID and that ID will be passed on to the Azure Linux virtual machine. And here it is taking my public key. So let me name this as trainer and it is taking the public key from mine. So if you start going to this one and search for, I have id rsa.pub, and if you wanted to create your own thing, you can actually use ssh keygen, and that will create key in your in this location, and then you would be able to take that file, or you can even copy the sh key and you can paste it here in double quotes if you want it. It's not good to do hard coding, so you can find many secret management solutions like Key Vault to do this activities. Next, here I'm doing Ubuntu server latest and all this is good to go. So let me save this and I'll let me check whether I have performed it rightly, appropriately or not. So I'll do a Terraform validate and you see here that it is, I named it incorrectly. Okay. You see it's demo hyphen Terra. That is a wrong one. It is actually Terra demo. So where did I mention that? If you check, it is in the network interface. I passed it in the Azure Linux machine. That should be here itself. Yes, it's not demo hyphen Terra, it's Terra hyphen demo. So that is how Terraform validate will help. And even you can do Terraform FMT to ensure that everything is in appropriate this way, organized way of doing it. So Terraform FMT will help in all those activities. So previously when we are creating, we didn't see all those. Right now, if you see everything is good to go. Now let me do a Terraform apply. So first I'll do a plan and I'll check everything is going up correctly or not. It will take around some 10 seconds to show the entire plan. Now you see it is creating Azure Linux machine, what Linux virtual machine, and then it is also creating network interface and it is creating a resource group, it is creating subnet, it is creating virtual network, and that's enough. So let's do a Terraform apply. So even you perform Terraform validate, you might encounter errors. So yeah, that is just in terms of syntax, whether you have provided everything correctly or not is what Terraform Validate will do. But Terraform, you might get runtime errors in while you're working on Terraform Plan or Terraform Apply. So first it is going and creating a resource group, and then after the resource group has been created, then it is creating a virtual network. And once the virtual network gets created, then it will create a subnet. And after the subnet gets created, it can create a public we didn't mention to create a public IP, but if you wanted to create a public IP, we can even do that. Okay, let's try working on creating public IP for that even. So for that, again, let me start searching for it. Azure RM public IP Terraform. Now this is the way to create a public IP. Let's copy this and we'll paste this in network itself. Let me name this as Terra demo and I'll name this as the Linux machine 01 PIP and this one as the same thing Terra demo, and the allocation method is static. I don't want the tags. I'll save this, but I also need to make aware that the Terraform that just attach that public IP to the Azure RM network interface. Now you can copy this and start looking for how do we attach a public IP. If it is not mentioned in an interface, you can start looking in the arguments. It will be mentioned somewhere how to use a public IP. See, it is mentioned here. Now I'll take this. I'll mention it here. So I also have to ensure that it's, see, that comes in the IP configuration block. So I'm just checking as per the alignment of this dot. So if you see, it is comes under the IP configuration block. So that under the IP configuration block, I have to mention the public IP address, and I'll take this one, Azure public IP. I'll copy, and I don't want the double need to have the double quotes. Then I give that is Terra demo, is named as Terra demo, and under that I'll get the ID because it is clearly mentioned that you provide the ID of the public IP address. So that after the public ID is gets created, it will get passed on to the network interface. So everything is good. Let me save it. Now, if you see already this file gets created, this virtual machine gets created, I can go and just cross verify whether it has been created or not. I'll go to the resource groups and I can find Terra demo Archie. Now in this, I have a virtual machine, I have this disk and I have the NIC and I have the VNet. Now the Terra demo VNet, if I go into the subnets, should be able to see subnet A. Now that's good. Now let me go here and I don't have a public IP, right? I don't have a public IP. Now let me go back and now if you see previously I didn't show how FMT works, but if you see that it's this equal to is not aligned appropriately. Now let's me perform Terraform FMT. Now it has changed the Linux instance and now you see it is aligned. That's how FMT helps. It is okay if it's not there is no issue even if you don't perform FMT format. Now you do a validate. Now that is good. Syntax based my code is good. Now let me do Terraform apply. I'll do an auto approve. so it will not ask me any confirmations. Now it's a typo. Now if you see every resource gets created, uh, the only thing which is needs to be changed is, if you see, it needs to create one resource and it has to change one existing one. Now what has to create, if you see, this is a plus sign which has to create public IP, and if you wanted to end it after creating the public IP, we need to assign the public IP to this network interface card of the virtual machine. So that is the only change. That's why it is showing as plus. So when it is showing change, this is the symbol, tilt symbol. And when it has to, what is the change which has to be made? That is the plus symbol. So it is going and creating a public IP address, and the public IP address is being created in within 11 seconds. Now it is going and associating that public IP address to the NIC. Now if you see, it took around 45 seconds to associate the public IP address to the Linux machine. I can go back to the portal and I can cross verify, and here you will be able to right now see public IP address. Now let me go and log in into this machine. I have the private key. That's the reason why I'm able to log in without any password and everything. So I'm inside the machine. Now I'll just perform. This is how you can create it. Now you can find this script in this location in this GitHub repository, and even this GitHub link I'll post it in the description. And if you have any related to any Terraform training, you can reach out to vrk for opportunities at gmail.com. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.